some of these influencers, they're not promoting taking care of their body. They're promoting surgeries. Welcome back to Commentee. If you want to help support our channel, please hit the subscribe button. Like, comment, and share our video.
Don't forget to hit the notification bell to get notified every time we upload.
Pew, 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 pew. Today we're going to be reacting to SarahRaeVargas. I got a plus size tummy tuck consult.
Since the beginning, I kind of talked about the plight of being a fat woman or being a fat girl or whatever, growing up fat, whatever it was. Like being fat was kind of a part of my whole shtick because it has affected everything in my life. It's affected my choices, it's affected my relationships, and why I do the things I do, and why I shop where I shop and I look how I look and whatever. Like it is part of me. It's a big part of my personality. If someone is, let's say, thin and just naturally thin. People can be naturally thin, people can be naturally fat, right? Don't come for me. And so I'm not saying that I am, but I'm just saying like that's a part of their personality too. You know, the way the world treats you, that's just part of who you become. I had some comments when I mentioned, doing this video and kind of getting consult and stuff like that, saying that I will be losing my relatability. Don't think I haven't considered those things. Don't think that part of the reason I've never pursued this idea isn't because I realize the effect, it will have on my job.
So she's saying that she's afraid that having a tummy tuck is going to change how her audience perceives her, and she's afraid that she'll lose some of her audience, which is kind of similar to Alexandra Rodriguez, what she was saying, but also she wasn't as upfront about it as Sarah's just basically saying like, yeah, like I don't want to lose my audience because I want to change my body.
Where people are going to be like mad or happy, or you know what I mean? But I do think people are going to have an opinion, and depending on where you are in your journey, that's what's going to dictate what your opinion is and how you choose to react to me and my content, basically. I thought about it, of course, because having people enjoy me and want to come back and hang out and chat like this, that's a big part of my life. And so I didn't want to do something where I felt like I was ostracizing the people that kind of come up with me, you know what I mean? Like the people that have been around, all this time. Like, you feel like you own part of me. A lot of you have this sense of, it's not ownership. You feel like I owe you something and I should go through life in the way that you want me to go through life. And it's not all of you, but there is a large chunk of people that tend to feel that way. You're two whole entirely different people. And it's odd for you to think that like, I'm not going to be this, autonomous person doing my own thing, living my own life, how I see fit, just because you watch me and you support me. It's kind of weird. But the more I thought about it, the more I realized that if I want to do something cosmetically to my body, regardless of what it is, whether I want to get Botox or I want to get fillers or I want to get a tummy tuck or I want to go start, I can't think of anything else I would do. Whatever it is, at the end of the day, it is my body, it is my life. And while you might leave me a comment or have a negative feeling about me or leave and no longer, consume my content or whatever, at the end of the day, obviously I'm the most important one in my life to me. So I'm going to need to, at some point, take that into account.
I totally agree that it is her body, her choice. I think where I have the issue, and my opinion, this is her opinion. We're both allowed to live simultaneously in this world with our own opinions. The fact that she has always portrayed herself as being so confident in her body. Right? Mm-hmm. She's selling to her audience to be confident at any size. She talks about plus size clothing and she tries to be relatable. And now she wants to change because let's be real, she doesn't like the way she looks or feels or both. So now she's changing her body. The step further of why it also bothers me, which again, my opinion, this is a commentary channel, is the fact that she's not even trying to do it naturally. Yes, I get the loose skin, the hanging stomach, you're going to have, surgically remove that. But she's not even trying to eat healthy and exercise, trying to take some of the weight off. Getting a surgery is not easy.
You're not minimizing the surgery aspect of it.
But it's kind of like Fearless, right? She got a surgery because she didn't want to work out and she didn't want to eat right. And I feel like this is kind of like the same thing.
Same thing. I agree to a certain extent with her as far as her having to be able to make her own decisions, her own choices about what she does with her body in regards to surgery. The problem that I see is, we've watched her for a long time.
Right.
You develop this idea from what they say, not from your own conclusions. It's from what they've said, portrayed, stand up for on their channel.
Right.
You agree with them, and that's why most of the time that's why we follow people.
Yeah.
And so you develop this idea of them. You see them on the daily, weekly, whatever. It almost becomes like this online relationship that's like a friendship. Mm-hmm. Even though she doesn't know you personally, it becomes like an accountability thing where you're, as your friend that does something that goes against what they've always stand up for without actually having this conversation with you previously. Hey, I'm having this insecurity about this. Like, I've always stood up for this thing, but I don't know, like I'm having a change of mind. Like I'm struggling to lose weight. Like I've tried the diet. I think they just come out and say it so suddenly that it becomes like, when did this start developing? Like, why are you changing your mind? This whole time you're,
body positive. I love my body the way it is. I don't care how I look. You do care how you look.
You do, yeah.
You do. You care so much that you're going to spend thousands and thousands of dollars. You're going to put your life at risk because any surgery is dangerous, and you're going to go through all that recovery because you care that much. So don't tell me you don't care how you do care. You do care. You care more than a lot of people.
Always cared.
Yeah.
And I think opinion.
I know this whole conversation is so controversial. I know there's so many stands of SarahRaeVargas and they're going to come for us. Just know that this is just our opinion. She's not going to watch this. I really doubt it.
To me, I always saw body positivity as being positive about your body, whatever size you are, while you're trying to maintain or develop a healthy lifestyle at a healthy weight, meaning like not being overweight.
Where body positivity actually came from was accepting people with disabilities that don't look like a typical person because of different things about their body. And it was kind of like be positive for the way you were born, or if you were in an accident, or you are in a wheelchair, or a million different things. It was be positive about who you are, which is completely, I get that.
Different from what it is now.
And now it's like, I feel like the plus size community kind of like bombarded that and took it and ran and said, yeah, like be proud of yourself for being overweight. I'm plus size. I'm a size 16, sometimes 18,
I'm
you know.
plus size too.
Yeah.
I'm an 18, 20 at this point.
Yeah, so we're both plus size, okay? And I know that it's not healthy for me to be overweight. I know that. I need to exercise more. I do eat pretty healthy, but I need to exercise more and probably eat less, like just to be honest. So throw that out there. But with this whole body positivity and being plus size, it's like kind of promoting that being healthy isn't important. Like, yes, you can work out and still be plus size, but some of these influencers are literally not exercising. They are not promoting healthy eating. They're not promoting taking care of their body. They're promoting surgeries and change your body and buy this product. Influencers influence, obviously.
And body positivity.
And how body positivity is almost a sham because they never tell you their journey about them not feeling good about themselves anymore until it's like, oh, I'm getting a surgery. And it's like, well, why didn't you tell us earlier that you were feeling uncomfortable?
And she says that, you know, people feel like this sense of ownership. I disagree. I disagree that it's a sense of ownership. I feel like, I mean, yeah,
maybe there are some
weirdos that are like that, and they're like, you know, but for me, it's more, hey, this isn't you. Like, I've watched you for years. I liked you because you were this way.
Yeah.
And like, what's happening? Like, why are you all of a sudden having this change of heart without even talking about it? Because you've always been so forthcoming about everything. And why all of a sudden, like, why did you feel that the need to hide that? You should be talking about it, because if you're feeling shameful, there's this whole community that probably is feeling the same thing.
Yeah.
Like,
I mean, I feel like I have heard her try on clothes and be like kind of bothered by her stomach a little bit, but she always makes it seem like I don't care. Like, who cares? Like, I don't care. You guys see me. You know what I look like. I had heard her like say that she was like in some sort of depression, and I don't think maybe that has something to do with her appearance, but maybe not. Probably not. What makes me feel kind of like just caught off guard. Like all this time I was with you and thinking about, oh yeah, I'm so body positive, but now, oh, I need to change my body because you want to change your body. Like, you're not even accepting of your own body anymore.
It is my body. It is my life. And while you might leave me a comment or have a negative feeling about me or leave and no longer, you know, consume my content or whatever, at the end of the day, obviously I'm the most important one in my life to me. So I'm going to need to at some point, you know, take that into account and not really fuss too much about what other people feel. But what I loved about you guys and your response on that last video is that so many of you, just like I thought, were more intrigued than you were critical of me. And I think that's because I got grown folks on this channel. There are grown folks that watch this channel. There are grown women who have already been through it. We have grown together. This is different. You guys understand where I'm coming from a lot of the times. You have no idea how much I appreciate that. Those of you that are interested, stick around, girl, because I'm here to just be as transparent as possible. Okay, this is me, this is my body. You guys have seen it 10 billion times. Wonderful. This is my hoodie. I mean, my crew neck, and it's from Urban Outfitters because I'm going to ask. Every single crew neck that I own pretty much is from Urban Outfitters, and they're so comfortable. This is my stomach. You've always seen it. I've never been shy to show it. This is my stomach with my underwear, right? Okay, and then let's go to the side. I'm probably one of my highest weights right now, so I fluctuate, but I'm pretty high right now. So this is it. It hangs over, and then obviously if I were to, you know, move my, this is what I look like, okay? Proper. I'm supposed to be like 120 pounds. Look at me. I'm not going to be 120 pounds. I'm not supposed to be 120 pounds. This body never says I'm going to be 120 pounds. Never in this life. And I hope that I'm never that weight, because it probably means that something's medically wrong with me. So when I discovered this plus size tummy tuck, I just happened to stumble upon it on like Instagram or something, and I saw something before and after, and I was like, hold on, you are 300 whole pounds, and you got this done. I realized that you don't have to be thin in order to deserve having this procedure done.
This is like a whole new side of Sarah that I haven't heard of before.
To me, I feel like, yeah, a doctor could do a plus size surgery on your body, but isn't it more life-threatening just putting yourself at risk if you're more overweight?
I think the problem that I have with the way that she's saying that is she's making so light of the situation.
Yeah.
Like, that seems to be the common thing here. Right. She's just saying like, well, even if you're big, you should be able to do it. Well, yeah, but what about the whole complications? The surgery itself is a huge complication at a extreme weight.
Yeah. Even if you're thin, I mean, it's still a risk.
Yeah.
But now that you're overweight, it's even riskier.
Although I think that everybody should do what makes them happy. I just think that they should do it in a healthy way, because they have done what they could to get to that point.
And be a little more responsible with their words and their actions repercussions because she has probably teenagers watching her, and she has, adults obviously watching her as well. But, she is influencing people to think that if you don't like your body, just get surgery. I mean, this seems common among the plus size community. Why are all these people getting tummy tucks and surgery? I thought everyone loved their body. What happened? They don't love it anymore? Is it too much Instagram watching these airbrushed models all day long, them thinking that they need to look like that, and they're looking at themselves not liking themselves? Because to me, this is what the problem is. They are literally doing what they said that they're against. They're literally just saying, well, you know what? I don't like myself and I'm going to change myself.
I have no desire to be thin. That was some of the comments I was receiving too. All these people, you want to be skinny, I have zero desire to be skinny. I have zero desire to be thin. I would like to be active enough that I know that my body's going to be able to keep up with me for many, many, many years to come, and I want to feel good in my day-to-day life, right? That's pretty much where I'm at. And, I get blood work done, I get physical done. I want to continue to have things be in the healthy ranges, etc. I want to feel good, but I don't necessarily want to be thin. I don't want to be skinny. I don't strive for that. I don't hope and pray to God, please, Lord, let's just please strip this fat suit off of me, Lord, please. I don't do that because I don't want it genuinely. So when I realized that this was an option, I was like, well, hold the phone, because things just changed. So once I saw it, like I said, about 2 years ago, I was like, I could never do this until I'm ready to leave YouTube, because I just felt like people were going to be furious with me for doing it, right? But at the end of the day, my message has never been like, you're not allowed to live your life how you want to live it. My message has never been that. My message has always just been, here's the situation I've been through, here's how I dealt with it, here's what I realized, the negative stuff that I was doing or saying or accepting because of my size, and I just want you guys to know, you don't have to get treated like this.
Her message has never been body positive.
That's a lie.
It is.
She's always talked about being body positive and not caring about what people say, regardless of what size you are. And she's always said that in her channel.
Now she's saying, why my whole channel is about me just living my life. Like, yeah, we get that. But also, I mean, you're a plus size fashion lifestyle channel.
Her whole line was based on a plus size.
Yeah, literally. You can look at her old videos and she talks about like, oh, being more accepting of your body and this and that. It's like, well, you obviously are not accepting of your body.
Our opinions are based on that.
Yeah.
The fact that you present yourself in a way that you are body positive and you don't care about the way that your body looks, and that you're so accepting and you're always so like, I love my body for what it is. But then when it really comes down to it, that's not true. You hate your stomach. You don't like how clothes are fitting you. Yet you made a fashion haul saying how fabulous this shirt looks on you and how you love your stomach and you love the way that it makes it look. And it's just like, no, you were being fake the whole time. You should have addressed at the point where you felt different about that.
Yeah. I'm not against that message, but it's just not me. If you want to wear Spanx and hide your rolls, I don't think that means that you hate yourself. And there's a whole community of people that do think that. They think that, wearing Spanx means that you hate yourself. Trying to lose weight or working out, whatever, that means you hate yourself. Like, there's a whole community of people like that, and I just don't think most of them are here. Shout out you guys, you rock. So once I started kind of easing up on the idea that I would never have a tummy tuck because of you guys, okay, I started looking a little bit more heavily into where I would go if I was going to do it, because it's not super common. And a lot of you are very much used to the idea that you have to have a certain BMI in order to get a tummy tuck. And I'm not a doctor, obviously, but I think most of us know that the BMI scale is kind of BS, and it's not exactly representative of what health is and what health isn't. You could be outside of your BMI and you can still be a relatively healthy individual. You can be right in the money spot and still be an unhealthy individual. I think we're at a point where we all understand that the BMI scale is kind of stupid. It is what it is, whatever. I'm not getting into it. So there are a bunch of doctors that will do plus size tummy tucks, and that's what they're called right now. Do they all do a good job? I'm going to say no good job. And they have the nerve to post these photos and they're not doing a good job. And so I'm afraid of what they're not posting. So I ended up finding a doctor. The doctor that I found, I'm going to be fully transparent with everything, y'all, because I'm not teaming up with them. I'm not doing any kind of sponsor, this, that, or whatever. Like, I'm trying to pay for my stuff and I'm trying to get the full treatment. And if something goes left, I'm going to be right here telling you how left it went.
Yeah, you can have the surgery done and it's going to remove this excess fat. But what about the mental factor? Your actual struggle with food. You're going to have the surgery, but you're still going to overeat and you're going to have some serious problems. Or you can undo some of these surgeries, but it just means you're going to either bounce back to the weight that you were, or you're going to gain more because you haven't addressed the issue that you have with food.
It's not cheap. Okay, this man is known for doing this. He's like the guy to go to for this. He is very much in demand, and big move. The tummy tuck charge by itself is like 23 grand. The arm label charge by itself is like, I want to say it's like 7,500 or something like that. 7,500, and then the other two, add it all up, ends up being about 38 grand. It's not nothing, right? It's a lot. But if you're going to get something done to your body, like, I'll go to what I have found to be the best that I could possibly afford and that I have just been researching for a really long time. I'm not advocating for doing this, obviously, and I haven't had it done, but I think that there is going to be a positive change, not just in the way that I look, but in the way that I don't want to get into this, but just on a very personal level, there are certain behaviors that I have never been able to shake. They're not affecting me in terms of like how I'm allowing people to treat me, how I'm going through life, in terms of making sure that I have respect and stuff like that. There are certain behaviors that I wish I didn't do, that I hate, especially when it comes to like at a very personal, like a romantic kind of level. Like, I am still inherently like, it's like when you're going through life, all of us, right? Oh, maybe not all of us, but most of us, we're going through life, and at all moments of all the day, every single day, you're holding your stomach in. right? You might not even notice it, but you're clenching. You are never relaxed. Your body is never at ease. And my brother was like, I've never heard anybody say this before. Because we were talking about it the other day. And I was like, yeah, you're never relaxed. Your stomach is never just let go. He said, no, because it feels weird to just let go. Exactly. It's like this little thing that you're holding on to. That moves through life. That affects me in other ways that I'm not going to get into. I look forward to like that not being the thing. You know what I mean? And again, it has nothing to do with like.
I kind of wish she did get into it, because I feel like that is
relatable too.
It's relatable, and it's the insecurity that she hasn't really addressed to that level. You know, and it's like, well, that might help a lot of people understand why you're getting this surgery, because the fact is you are insecure about your stomach.
It goes more into about
how the clothes fit. Oh, it's like, come on. Yeah. It's not. But she just said about romantic things. Could be like, you know, she's going to be naked in front of her partner because she feels insecure about her stomach, right? As far as I know, she's celibate. That's what she's been saying for years. Change of heart.
Change of heart. If you're talking about intimacy issues, it's for a reason. Like, you're just not going to talk about them if you're not even actually having.
Yeah.
You know?
I don't know. Well, she keeps saying she's celibate, and she said in one video she's celibate, something about her not going to hell and all this stuff. And I was like, you guys make your own assumptions about that one.
Whatever, right? I've already done it. It's done. If I have more children, I'll be fine. If I have more children, I'll be fine. A lot of people are concerned with like, well, if I get done, if I have kids or whatever. I know someone personally who had a tummy tuck around my age and then ended up having 2 more children. I spoke with her about it. I was like, I gotta chat. And she was like, it never goes back to what it looked like before the tummy tuck. She's like, your body changes, like the way that it gains and loses weight. It's gonna change. The weight's gonna go other places. Yeah, sure, it'll go to your torso and your belly again, but it's not gonna be the same. She said, I don't regret it at all. She's like, my stomach still looks great. Or if she wanted to, she could go in for like a little revision, but it's never gonna be quite as dramatic as like the first time she had to do it. So having spoken with her and I trust her judgment and stuff, like I'm cool. If I don't have kids, great. You know what? You know what I would look forward to? I would look forward to having the pregnant belly. Do you know what I had? I had this stomach, but there was a kid in it at the bottom who poked it out a little bit. I still had the hanging belly even when I had the baby. It was never that cute little, oh, look at the baby. I was like, touch my roll, you weirdo. Like, I never had that. So even that, I welcome that. I welcome these new experiences. So I'm looking forward to it.
Again, like, I really appreciate how upfront she's being and how honest and transparent. I just wish that we got this side of her the whole time, you know, as she was evolving her
thought process or her change of heart.
Yeah. Just saying like, you know what, I'm really insecure about this and this makes me extremely uncomfortable.
You know, and a big topic for plus size community is intimacy. You naturally go into an intimate relationship without feeling insecure about it.
Oh yeah.
So even skinny people, anyone has insecurities because it's someone else looking at your body. She could have talked about that. So many.
She's celibate. She can't talk about that.
She used to. But now she go into so much detail.
Now she doesn't, supposedly, because she's celibate. Okay, a man sleeps in your bed every night. You're celibate. And we're ending it there. Thank you very much for coming to my TED Talk. Let me know how you guys feel about her having a surgery. Does you feel like, yay, congratulations, she's doing something great? Or do you feel like, if you've been watching her for a while, you kind of feel a little taken back by it and think it's not really what she was promoting all along? Please don't forget to subscribe, like this video, and share it. Turn on the notification bell, and we'll talk to you soon. Bye.
Bye.